18 of 19 series are aligned with stagflation mild this morning. That represents the strongest systematic agreement we have measured in over 2 months. The current macro regime is stagflation mild, with a confirmation score of 18 out of 19. The macro regime classification captures an environment where growth momentum decelerates at -0.6143, while inflation momentum accelerates at +0.0081 simultaneously. This mathematical configuration reflects broad-based softening in economic activity indicators occurring alongside building price pressures across commodity and service sectors. The coherence score remains moderate, while the confirmation score of 18 out of 19 series represents substantial systematic alignment across asset classes. Historically, this level of confirmation has persisted in 52% of comparable cases over 3-month periods when reached from similar conditions. Compared to recent weeks, this marks a significant strengthening in regime alignment, suggesting the stagflationary mathematical signature is solidifying rather than dissipating. Historically, periods of sustained stagflation confirmation have coincided with compressed equity multiples and elevated commodity volatility across market sectors. High-yield credit spreads exhibit green momentum, defined as 30-day rate of change above the 70th percentile of the 2-year distribution. In 14 of 18 historical instances when credit spreads displayed this mathematical behavior during stagflationary conditions, credit markets maintained stability within 30 trading days. Employment data shows red momentum characteristics, with payroll growth registering below the 30th percentile of its historical range. In 9 of 12 comparable periods, this employment deceleration coincided with sustained growth softness over subsequent quarters. Crude oil demonstrates green momentum, with 30-day returns exceeding 1 standard deviation above the mean of its rolling distribution. In 16 of 22 instances when oil exhibited similar mathematical acceleration during mild stagflation regimes, commodity complexes showed persistent strength within 45 trading days. Technology sector rotation displays yellow momentum, defined as rate of change within 1 standard deviation of its historical mean, suggesting neutral mathematical positioning relative to prior sector behavior patterns. If 10-year yields cross 4.45% and hold for 5 consecutive sessions, inflation composite historically showed acceleration in 9 of 11 similar instances. This trigger would increase the mathematical case for an expansion to acceleration transition within the regime framework. If fear and greed drops below 15 and holds for 5 consecutive sessions, confirmation scores deteriorated in 7 of 9 instances historically. This condition would formally lower the confidence level and raise regime watch flags across the mathematical framework. The map is live. These conditions are being monitored daily across all 19 series. Atlas is the automated rules-based engine inside Given Analytics. It does 2 things in parallel. First, it publishes a view of the macro environment, the regime, the confirmation score, and the historical base rates we just covered. Second, it runs a fixed 4-layer mathematical framework: price structure, rate of change, risk regime, and market participation, across 407 liquid symbols every trading day. When all 4 layers agree on a symbol, Atlas records it as a potential long or potential short condition under the framework. These are time-stamped model readings, logged for members to study. The environment view and the condition log sit side by side inside Atlas. They are separate outputs. The regime does not pick the symbols, the 4 layers do. Members use Atlas to study how the framework has recorded conditions across prior environments, as historical behavior, not as trade selection. Atlas runs the framework across 407 symbols independently of any regime label. You study the outputs and environment. You decide what to do next. This is May. Potential educational content designed to help serious investors understand mathematical market behavior. The morning brief is the public surface. The live Atlas dashboard shows the full 19 series regime map, today's mathematical conditions across 407 symbols, and the historical archive side by side. Members study the environment and the Atlas outputs each morning alongside the full mathematical framework. If you want to track this mathematical analysis alongside us, the live view is at givenanalytics.com. not investment advice. GivenAnalytics.com/disclaimer.